some single women feel more empowered in the post-Time's Up, Me Too dating world, or are they being more cautious than ever? These women say that they're changing the rules of dating and redefining what consent looks like in their lives.
I'm getting ready for my date. I am very, very late. My room is also a disaster, so I can't even bring them back here, which is good. This is like a form of birth control. I'm gonna be going out with a mutual friend. We've known each other for about the last 4 or 5 years. I never really overstepped that boundary of flirtation.
So I am date day ready and got my outfit together and I am ready to head out. I always send my sisters and my best friends my file. I send them everything I know about the man up to that point. That includes his name, a picture of him, whether from social media or the dating app, his telephone number, maybe his home address if I have it. I also will send where we're going.
So I just got back from a date. It didn't really go great. I know exactly what I don't want. Drinks do not equal like a sexual interaction. Like, I'm not down for that. I really just should not have to settle.
I'm actually still on the date, but they are going to pay right now, which I did offer to pay half, but they said I could on the next one. So I'm very excited.
So listen, 2020 is weird enough, and I'm going to take the precautions that make me feel safe. So he thinks he's going out with me, but he doesn't know that about 15 other people also have his information. That is okay.
That is okay. Ope, Rachel, and Lilly join us. Ladies, thank you so much for taking us so intimately into your dating lives. Lilly, I got to start off with you because we went to commercial break. We had Matt on who shared his story of a date and misreading or miscommunicating. I just want to be clear. Matt did nothing wrong. His date is accusing him of doing nothing wrong. But they had that moment of blurred lines when it comes to conversation and consent. Are you less afraid to go out now? How do you define dating today for you?
I'm definitely not less afraid to go out. I think I still do all the precautions. I still have my keys, my pepper spray, and my best girlfriends like on speed dial. The conversation has definitely changed. I'm more verbal when I want something or not want something, and I'm more comfortable saying it. And I think that's what like this Me Too movement has allowed me to do. And it also makes me aware that even though at its normalized behavior, that it's still not okay. And just because it's normalized doesn't make it normal.
Right.
I'm definitely, again, like I feel comfortable knowing that there's a community of women who feel and think the way that I do, and I feel emboldened and uh,
Empowered. You feel empowered, which is what the whole movement was about, empowering you. Rachel, you reminded me a little bit of my younger self when you said the room was a mess, so that was a form of birth control. I was like, look, I've been there. I'm like, this house is a mess. Nobody is coming back to this joint. But we've been talking about these consent apps earlier. Do you feel like these are necessary now, these consent contracts where you both sit down and it is vocalized in the same language so that there's no gray area?
Okay, before we start, I just want to say congrats on your new season, by the way.
Oh.
And I cleaned up my room for you. A written contract, I mean, that's a lot. An actual written contract. For me, I'm always sharing my location with my best friend and my roommate and my mom. I'm always telling where I go. So when I go on a date, I always tell everybody. And so I'm sharing my location with several people at all times, including right now.
Well, you're safe with me. But Ope, you said the same thing, and I saw Lilly nodding as well. You said you keep an entire file. I mean, same thing when I was out dating my girlfriends. I was like, listen, I'm going to sneak a picture of him in case this goes wrong. But you've taken it a step further. I mean, you send out everything on that person. Do you tell him that you are sending a file to everyone on him?
I do not tell him. I just send it to my friends, my sisters, his name, his number, where we're going. So many other things. I have to feel safe. And if that makes me feel safe, that's all that matters to me.
I love it, and that's all that matters. But do you find, just real quick, just by a show of hands, do you think most young women in your age group now feel more confident, especially with the apps and the ability to track and to share this with their friends when you're alone with someone? Do you feel more safe? No.
It makes me feel safer.
You're a little
for
bit
sure.
safer.